One important factor, one very important factor about GKS that people do not emphasize on is it's your girl Gracie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And currently I'm in Korea. I'm a GKS scholar and this was my first time trying for the Korean government scholarship and I got it. Okay guys, what is GKS or what is KGSP as it was formerly known? GKS is a global Korean scholarship. It's a fully funded scholarship that helps international students to come to Korea and study for free. So to know if your country is eligible, you have to check and know if your country is one of the designated country by NID. Alright guys, what does this scholarship covers? It covers your airfare, it covers settlement allowance, monthly allowance, medical insurance, Korean proficiency grant, support, research support fee, language training fee, and it also covers your tuition. Okay guys, with the GKS opportunity, you can come to Korea to study as either an undergraduate student or a postgraduate student. Undergraduate student, that's for your BSc, and for postgraduate students, you can come here to study for your master's, your PhD, and also for research. Okay, for undergraduate students, you study the language program for 1 year. You learn Korean language for 1 year. Then also for your courses that's 4 to 6 years. So that could be like 7 years, 5 years, or 6 years. So you learn the Korean language for 1 year and for your major, either 4 to 6 years. Then for the postgraduate, that's for the masters, you learn the Korean language for 1 year and you also learn your course for 2 years. So that's 3 years. Then for the PhD, you learn the Korean language for 1 year and you learn the course for 3 years. So that's 4 years. Then for research, it supports you for 6 to 1 year. Okay, so I think currently now the undergraduate scholarship is going on, but this will be useful for the graduate scholarship next year and also the undergraduate scholarship next year. So guys, we have to apply through GKS, there's 2 application track. We have the university track and we have the embassy track. I know a lot about the embassy track since I applied through the embassy track. So for the undergraduate, application time is always September and the successful students get to Korea in January. While for the postgraduate, that's the masters and PhD students and the research students, the application opens in February and by August you'll be in Korea. Okay, we have 2 application track. We have the university track and the embassy track. For the university track, you are able to pick just one university that you apply to, like one university and one department. But for the embassy track, you can pick 3 different universities and I think you can pick up to 2 major or just one, but you can pick 3 different universities. Okay, I actually applied through the embassy track. And but I know so much about the embassy track and I will just let you know the documents you will need. So now I'll list the document out that you're going to need for masters, and also this is also for undergraduates. I'll just tell you where the undergraduate documents will chip in. So guys, for masters, the documents that you're going to need, you will need 1 personal statement that you're going to write. You're going to need your study plan, letter of recommendation. You need applicant proof of citizenship and family relation documents, consular, confirmed or apostille. You will need mother proof of citizenship, father proof of citizenship, bachelor's graduate certificate, consular, confirmed. While for undergraduates, you need your high school leaving certificate. Then you need your bachelor degree transcript, consular, confirmed. While for undergraduates, you will need your high school transcript. Then you need if you have awards and other certificates, you can also submit that too. Okay guys, I'll be listing the format on how these documents are to be submitted. You will need the application checklist, the application form, personal statement, study plan, letter of recommendation, GKS applicant agreement, personal medical assessment, consent to collect and use any personal information, applicant's proof of citizenship and family relation documents, mother's proof of citizenship, father's proof of citizenship, bachelor graduate degree for undergraduates, high school degree, bachelor degree transcript for undergraduates. You need your high school transcript, awards and other certificates. So guys, that's the format on which you arrange your document, but you should also check the guideline to confirm. So guys, that's the format to arrange your document. And also for the PhD, you need your master's certificate and your master transcript. So guys, for GKS to be successful, guys, you need to research. Guys, research. I'm emphasizing on research, but this is not the key point. Anyways, I'll let you know the key point. You need to do your research. There are so many videos, there are so many articles about GKS, but some of you do not research. So I would advise you to make sure you research. Research is very important, like very important. Okay guys, I have like a video on how I arrange my document. So in this video, this video will be in two parts. The second part will have to do with interview questions and answers. I have up to like 43 or 44 questions and the answers, because for the interview questions, like I planned ahead of time, I planned the interview questions and I planned the answers. So I'm going to be reading each questions and the answers. I'll display everything on the screen, and I also have like the way I arrange my document, everything you need to see. I have a video of it, I'll show it to you. So guys, what is the main key point? What do people like? I've seen so many videos, I've read so many articles, but guys, like I think I've seen like 2 or 3 videos about this, but they don't really emphasize on this a lot. Guys, one very important factor about GKS that people do not emphasize on is get a professor. Guys, it's really important. Make sure you have a professor in the school you want to apply to. So guys, they have like a type A and type B universities. The type A universities are mostly universities in Seoul, they are competitive, and they have the type B universities in other cities. So for the type A university, you are eligible to pick like 2 type A universities and 1 type B university, or you can pick 2 type B university and 1 type A university, or you can pick all type B universities, but you must have a type B university. So guys, I'm going to advise you, make sure you look at the schools and make sure you don't like pick schools that are very competitive. So for the university track, you just apply straight to the university, and the next stage is the NIED stage, whereby they check your documents. While for the embassy track, you apply to the embassy in your country in charge, but for Nigerians, it was the Korean Cultural Center that was in charge. So you send your documents to the embassy in your country, or for we Nigerians, the Korean Cultural Center. They evaluate your document, then they pick some candidates. I think for my country, I pick 8 candidates that will go for the interview stage. So that's the first stage. The first stage is being chosen by the embassy in your country. They pick some candidates that will go for the interview stage. Then once they have their successful candidates, they go to the next stage. That's the second round of selection, which is the NIED stage. Then the last stage is the third round of selection, which is the university stage. So that is for embassy track. So embassy track has 3 rounds of selection, but university track has 2 rounds of selection. So for university track, we have the university and NIED, while for embassy track, we have your embassy. For Nigerians, the Korean Cultural Center, NIED, then the university. So guys, I keep emphasizing on getting a professor because I'm going to tell you why getting a professor is important. If you have a professor in your department that you're about to apply to, you have like 90% guarantee that that scholarship will be awarded to you. And I'm going to tell you on how to contact your professors and how to speak to them so that you will know if those professors are willing to accept you into their lab. Okay, before I speak more about the professor, I'm going to explain to you the entire process, especially for Nigerians, because I have been getting a lot of questions from people on how it works. So, like I said, you need your personal statement. I have my personal statement. I'm going to read it to you. I'm going to display it on the screen. If you want a copy, I'll send it to you. You have, I'll read my study plan to you. You need to prepare that. You need to prepare your letter of recommendation. I'll also talk about that. So let me start from the personal statement. I'm going to take it step by step. So let me start from a personal statement, guys. Make sure your personal statement comes from the heart. Make sure you sell yourself. Make sure you write it. You write about yourself. You don't need to don't do copy and paste work. It will help you. Write it from the heart and make sure you grab their attention. Like, I don't think anybody will want to read a very boring personal statement. Okay, for instance, say a girl, or let me say I'm going out to meet a friend of mine, and then the next thing, the rain started pouring. There could be two ways to these stories. The same story actually, but there are two ways you could narrate the story. For instance, I could say that, oh, I was going out to meet my friend and the rain started pouring, so I wasn't in a good mood. Or you can bring the story like I'm like, on a fateful day, I went out to meet a friend and the rain started pouring. It felt like needle on my skin. I was so sad. My clothes was dripping with water and all. So you see that the two stories are different. The other one will grab the reader's attention, while the other will just be like, oh, it's normal story. So whatever you're doing, the stories are the same, but you need to you need to write your story in a way the reader will be so. There are so many applicants, there are so many people that are applying for this scholarship. The GKS scholarship is now very competitive. There are so many people applying for this scholarship, and you don't want to write a personal statement that won't interest the person. Don't lie about your personal statement. Make sure it comes from your heart, but put your story in a way that you have to grab the reader's attention. You could even start the proverb. Don't worry, I have my personal statement. I'm going to read it to you. So that's it for the personal statement. Then guys, for the study plan, you're going to tell them your study plan, your future plan, and your language plan before you came to Korea and after you're in Korea. Like when you're in Korea, just tell them your language plan before you came to Korea and your language plan when you're going to be in Korea. You need to let them know about that. I'll read mine to you. You could get tips from me too. Also, you need letter of recommendation. Okay, for the undergraduate students, you could get letter of recommendation from your principal, from a teacher, a teacher that knows you. Just get a letter of recommendation from someone that knows you very well. For me, I got two letters of recommendation. I got one from the head of my department. My department is computer engineering. So I got one from the head of my department, that's my HOD. And I also got one from a professor in my department. He has his position is, or his degree, what he has gotten is higher than that of my HOD. He's good in MIT and he has a PhD degree. He's now a professor, but my HOD is not a professor. But guys, I decided to submit that of my HOD instead of that of the professor because my HOD knew me more. He knew about my strength, he knew about my weakness, and he knows how important this scholarship is to me. But my professor knew that I'm his student and he doesn't know a lot about me, but my HOD knows so much about me. So and I submitted my HOD's letter of recommendation. I'll let you know why. So then you also need applicant's proof of citizenship and family relation documents. Also, for that, I use my birth certificate because that's proof that I'm a Nigerian, and it also proves that, oh, this person and this person are my mom and dad. They are Nigerians and they are from this. So this is showing that, oh, this is my parents and I'm a Nigerian. So I use my birth certificate for my proof of citizenship and family relation. Then you need your mother's proof of citizenship. So what I used my mother's passports are international passports. You could also use, like, if your mother have like our own birth certificate, you can use that too as a proof of citizenship. Or you can use, like, for Nigerians, we have like the NIN, the NIN card. You can use your mom's NIN to prove that she's a Nigerian. And also you need your father's proof of citizenship, the same with your mom anyway. But my dad is late, so I use my dad's death certificate as his proof of citizenship. Also, you need your bachelor's graduate certificate, that's for the masters, consular confirmed. For Nigerians, I'm going to explain how, because our documents are not apostilled, so consular confirmed, I'm going to explain the process and how you go about it. You need your bachelor's degree transcript, consular confirmed, then awards and other certificate. So for awards and other certificates, I have, like, I was a K influencer, so I submitted that. I was also the best. I was also best behaved during my primary school. I submitted that. I also was the only female in my editorial crew in my secondary school, my high school. I submitted that. I joined K Connect. I submitted the certificate of K Connect. I was also part of the Nigerian Red Cross, but the document came in late, so I couldn't submit that. So if you have that, like voluntary work, free voluntary work you've done, if you have any voluntary work you've done, you can submit that also. If you have any, then yeah, I attended the King St. John class in the Korean Cultural Center in my country, Nigeria. I attended the class and I was the best graduating student, so I submitted that also. And if you took any other courses, like language courses online, you can also submit that too. So just get like certificate and award that could back it up. And also, like, I did voluntary work in my school. I was the assistant coordinator of the central unit in my school. I also submitted those documents. I have like a video. I think I'm going to put the videos. I'm going to put the video, since the way I'm explaining, and the videos will be showing. So guys, let me talk about the bachelor's graduate certificate, how to have it consular confirmed. So for Nigerians, I think this is also similar to other countries too. You take your bachelor graduate certificate first of all to the Ministry of Education. So you take your bachelor's graduate certificate and your transcript to the Ministry of Education with your WAEC results. You don't need to submit your WAEC result for the application, but you will need it at the Ministry of Education, and you need to take your passport. So guys, for the embassy track, the university track just needs a copy, but the embassy track need your original copy and 3 photocopies. I don't know if the university tracks need like a copy and original copy and 1 photocopy, but I'm sure that the embassy track need 1 original copy and 3 photocopies. So your original copy won't be given back to you, and you know that's the original document. You can't submit your original document, so I advise you submit the photocopy that will be consular confirmed as your original copy. So once you're taking it to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, I'm going to advise you to make an extra copy. You actually need an extra copy. So that extra copy you're going to make, I would advise you to print the extra copy in a colored form on a Concord paper. So this is what a Concord paper looks like. So print make it colored. So print the colored copy on a Concord paper. So this Concord paper will serve as your original copy. The colored one will serve as the original copy. So you're taking your transcripts, you're taking your bachelor certificate, and you're taking your WAEC certificate with a passport to the Ministry of Education, and you pay 1,000 per document. So guys, once you get to the Ministry of Education, you just need to, like, you can ask the security there. They'll show you the cyber cafe, because you need to upload your document first. So once you upload your document, then you go upstairs for them to authenticate it. I'll verify it. So like I said, your original document and a copy on a Concord paper colored. So this Concord paper copy will serve as your original. Okay, so once you're done with once you have the stamp or once you have the stamp or the signature at the Ministry of Education, you take your documents now to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So this time around, you're adding one extra document. So that will be your birth certificate, or that will be your birth certificate. You're taking to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So now you're taking your authenticated bachelor's graduate certificate and bachelor's degree transcripts with your birth certificates and your WAEC results now to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. And this is 300 per document. Okay, so you're taking that now to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. So once you're done with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, so now you have to take your document to the Korean embassy for it to be consular confirmed. Okay, so now guys, we have like for the Nigerians, we have the Abuja embassy and the Lagos embassy, but the Abuja embassy is quite complicated. They don't confirm, they don't legalize, they don't legalize on your photocopy document except it's original. But if you want them to legalize on your documents, the photocopied one is a lot of stress. So I advise you to just take it to the Lagos embassy and legalize it. So I think currently now, to legalize your document at the Lagos embassy, I'll check if the price is right. It should be around 2,600 or 2,400. I'm not so sure, but I'll check and I'll put it there. Because the first time I legalized, it was 2,000. Then when I was about to legalize again, when I was coming to Korea, the price increased to either 2,400 or 2,600. But I think 2,600. I'll confirm. So you need to take your document. So now guys, you're taking your document to the Korean embassy for legalization. So what you're taking there now is your bachelor's graduate certificate, your bachelor's degree your bachelor's degree transcript, and your birth certificate to the Korean embassy for legalization. So once you've done that, so guys, once you have your documents, you have your original, so that's like your main one, your original, which you're not submitting, just like at the original documents. Then you also have like the photocopies that is on the Concord paper, so that will serve as your original. Please don't forget color. So you can decide not to do it colored if you don't have the money, but I'll prefer you do it colored, so that because it's serving as the original document, so that I don't know how serious you are. So guys, once you have legalized your document at the Korean embassy, then this your Concord, the Concord one that you've done, make 3 copies each. You just need to photocopy it, take it to a cyber cafe and make 3 photocopies on your A4 paper. It's more, you don't need to be colored, you don't need to do colored copy. Black and white is fine. So guys, you take it to the cyber cafe and make 3 photocopies, guys. 3 photocopies. You have 1 original and 3 photocopies. So altogether you have 4 documents of each. Okay, you have 4 documents of each. So once the guidelines are out and you have like the application checklist and the rest, so you print out those other documents that's 4 copies of each document. So now you get like the original, you take all your original documents. I'll be displaying the videos down so that you know what I'm talking about. So you get all your original documents and put in an envelope. Okay, so like you get, so for instance, let me say this is all your original documents of like the 14, so all your original documents number. Let me list it to you again: application checklist, application form, personal statement, study plan, letter of recommendation, GKS applicant agreement, personal medical assessment, consent to collect and use any personal information, applicant proof of citizenship and family relation document, mother's proof of citizenship, father's proof of citizenship, bachelor's graduate certificate, bachelor degree transcript, awards and other certificates. The original in one. So you're putting all your original in one envelope, then the 3 photocopies in different envelope too. So you get your photocopies too, you put in another envelope, another. So now you take your entire, so yeah, you have to label you have to write on your envelope, you need to write like original copy to be displayed there, don't worry. You need to write original copy, you need to write photocopy. Then you get the 4 envelope and make sure you put them in a bigger envelope. So you're getting all 4 envelopes and putting them in a bigger envelope. Then on the big envelope, you write the address of your Korean embassy in your country and your own home address. So 2 from 2, but for we Nigerians is 2. The Korean Cultural Center, you write the Korean Cultural Center address here, then from your own home address. Okay, so that's what you do. Then guys, the letter of recommendation, the video will be displayed there, so you will see how the letter of recommendation should be. Okay, so the letter of recommendation, right, mine was in like it was in an official envelope, like in a small envelope. So guys, there's a form for the person that will give you the letter of recommendation, your professor, your lecturer, whoever, your teacher, your principal, whoever will give you the letter of recommendation. There's a form for the person to fill. Then if the person wants to write the letter of recommendation, they're fine, but I will suggest you get a plain paper, let the person print out the letter of recommendation. But guys, the person, like for instance now, your professor that will issue that letter of recommendation to you, the professor needs to sign on each copies. Do you understand? So now you have a letter of recommendation. First of all, you have a form that will be given to you. The person needs to fill it. That form is separate. So now you are going to have like the main letter of recommendation. This person needs to, so for instance, let the person print out the letter of recommendation, then make 3 photocopies of that original copy. Once you have made 3 photocopies, your professor should sign on each copy. He will sign on the original copy, on the photocopy, on the photocopy, on the photocopy. Then, you know, there's going to be a form he's going to fill. Then with the recommendation letter, he together. So everything will be in an envelope, sealed. He should seal it in an envelope. Then he should write, like he should sign across the flap. Yeah, he should sign across the flap. So once the envelope is sealed, he will sign across the flap. So let it be sealed and let it be signed across the flap. And also guys, your document, you see places whereby you need to, in the application form, you see the place where you need to like sign. So make sure you sign, make sure I have a video for you to see everything. Just follow each step and make sure you sign. Okay, so I'm going to read my personal statement. I'm going to read my study plan. So the study plan actually consists of both my future plan, my language plan before I came to Korea and after I'm going to come to Korea, and also my I think that it's my study plan, my future plan, and language plan. So I'm going to read that to you. Then I'm also going to show you a format on how to send a message to a professor. So now let's talk about the main key points before I read my personal statement to you. So guys, I told you that one of the main key points, right, is to get a professor. You guys have watched so many videos about GKS, but I want to talk about this. Like, I want to hammer on this. I want to talk about this. Like, make sure you get a professor. I'll tell you why. You could be applying through the embassy track. You can pass the first round of selection, the second round of selection, and at the end, all 3 universities you've applied to might reject you. There's a possibility they might reject you. You have gone through the first round, you have gone through the second round, and the third round, that's it. But you have a higher chance, a 90% chance, if you have a professor in the department you're applying to, because your documents will get to your department and your professor will show interest that he wants you. What the embassy track is looking at is follow the rules. That's the first thing. Because some people are like, they don't like applying to the embassy and or to the Korean Cultural Center. Once you follow the rules and once your personal statements is fine, like all the rules and your documents are okay, definitely you will go for the first round of selection and prepare for the interview. I told you I have like interview questions and answers already for you. That will be like part 2 of this video. I have that already. So guys, just make sure all your documents are in place and you don't have an issue. The NIED selection, that second round, they just have to don't just confirm if you have like any fraudulent document. They need to confirm your document, so that's like not an issue. Then the third stage is the university, and I told you you could get rejected. If you have a professor, you have a greater chance. I'm going to show you how to contact a professor. I'll let you know how to contact a professor. So what's the essence of, okay, first of all, you might contact a professor and you won't get reply immediately. It doesn't matter. Try again, try, and don't just go to your don't go to your school site and pick any professor. Make sure you check their research work. Make sure, because you know what you want to do, you know the project, the thesis you want to do, you know what you want to do. You have to make sure whatever you plan to do in the future aligns with their work and they can help you do it. So make sure you check their research work, make sure you read the articles, make sure you know the stages. For instance, now I'm going into, like, I'm a computer engineering student. I want to go into mostly software, mostly programming. I won't pick a professor. Like, computer engineering is broad. It has both the game designing aspect, it has cyber security, there's AI and all. And I know that I want to go into web design. I won't pick a professor that is into game designing. It doesn't align with my future project. So I have to pick a professor that has so many experience when it comes to web development, when it comes to web design. So you have to make sure you research and know, oh, this professor, I can work with this professor. Then you can now send them an email and let them know how serious you are. So guys, that's what I'm telling you, that research is important. Make sure you research is important. So I'm going to read my personal statement to you. I'm going to read my study plan to you. And I'm going to read my letter of recommendation to you. And for the letter of recommendation, I can read it to you because my HOD, we worked on it together. He's someone that really supported me in, he wanted me to get a scholarship, so we work on this together. And for my professor, I couldn't use his because I didn't really know, because I just told him about the process. He just sealed it, and if he sees it, he can't open it. Don't just go ahead to start opening it. So once I was done with my professor, with my HOD, and I was like, oh, this is fine, because he showed it to me, like, am I good to go with this? I took a picture, so like I have like a copy to read to you guys, because I know that this will come in handy in the future. Then he sealed it and I brought it back home. So guys, I'm going to read my personal statement to you. At least that could help you to know how to construct yours. So I'll read it to you. Okay, this is my personal statement. There is a proverb that says, curiosity killed the cat. But the said curiosity got me the degree I am proud of today. My siblings decided to attend a university more affordable because they wanted me to pursue my curiosity. I always bombarded them and my teachers in school with questions because I refused to believe that something so small could store thousands of information and process thousands of data. I believed there was something more to it, so I decided to study computer engineering because I wanted to know what my teachers were hiding. And now I have a bachelor's degree in computer engineering, a vast and estimable knowledge I am grateful for. I got to know about coding and I was surprised that writing a bunch of code could do something magical. Amazon, Facebook, WhatsApp, Samsung apps, games, and so many websites are all from writing codes. This has further motivated me to go for a master's program in computer science and engineering, but I also remember the sacrifices my siblings have made for me to get my bachelor's degree, and I still want to make them and myself proud. That is why I decided to study for a master's program. I picked South Korea as my country of choice to further my education because the country prides itself on its high-quality education. South Korean universities are academically competitive, as the country places a great deal of importance on education. Innovation is king in South Korea. It is one of the world's most innovative nations, and going into this program will help me to learn how to speak Korea better and understand the language, the culture, and the people. And with this program, I'll be able to get a better education and secure a better future. I am from a family of 8. My dad died before I got into the university. My mom is a full housewife with no academic background. I have 4 sisters and a brother. and I'm the fourth child. I have a Bachelor of Engineering degree in Computer Engineering, and while undergoing my bachelor's degree, I went through a 6-month study industrial work experience scheme, that's Cyrus training in brackets anyways, where I created a responsive fashion website and e-commerce website using HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Also, for my final year project, with the help of my supervisor, I designed and implemented an attendance-based management system with face recognition using Python. During my university project defense, we were all asked to collectively design a solar system, but we unanimously wanted individual projects. We wanted to design our own projects which we love, but no one had the courage to speak to our head of department, lecturers, and supervisors. I took a bold step by volunteering. And I told them how we felt about the project. It was really difficult with how our Nigerian system is, but we finally got what we wanted and we could come up with different projects which we are proud of today. During my stay in secondary school, I was a member of the editorial team, and for the first ever in the history of the school, we successfully published a school magazine. I was also the president of my school debating team, and with lots of wins. I was the assistant coordinator of the sanctuary unit during my stay at the university. I volunteered in the sanctuary unit for 5 years, and every Saturday and Sundays, we mounted the tent, arranged the chairs for Sunday services, and after services on Sundays, we stayed back to dismantle the tent and return the chairs. I volunteered for the Nigerian Red Cross during my 1-year compulsory National Youth Service Corps program, and I worked at Foster Global Placement Services as their customer service representative and data entry specialist. I have completed King St. John Class 1, and I was the best graduating student for the class. While I was working on my project, I found out that I have a strong interest when it comes to software. I realized there is so much more to the programming world, and I want to be part of that history. I am curious to know more. That is why I want to have a master's degree in computer science and engineering. This is quite important to me because I'm so interested in building a software for Nigerians who do not reside in Abuja, where the Korean Cultural Center is located. Abuja is the only state of all 36 Nigerian states where a Korean Cultural Center is located, and residents of other states are complaining a lot. This is understandably because I couldn't attend the classes because my university was in Enugu State, and I use other websites and YouTube channels to learn. But when I attended King St. John Class 1, I understood there is a lot those websites and YouTube channels won't explain. I strongly believe that my first-hand experience combined with the 1-year compulsory GKS King St. John Class 1 GKS King St. John class I took, and with my master's degree in computer science and engineering, I will be able to make things easier for students to understand the Korean language better. And I also want to build an e-commerce website and have a language translator, which will be different and unique from other e-commerce websites. From what I have noticed and from the survey I made, South Korea do not have popular shopping e-commerce websites like AliExpress, Joybuy, Banggood, etc. And from my survey, when citizens here in Nigeria watch K-drama, they see things they are interested in buying, but they cannot purchase them, and they really want to have a platform to buy them. Instead, what we have available for purchase online are mostly beauty products, but there are other products to purchase too. Imagine having an e-commerce website with a translator, because the major ethnic group here in Nigeria are Igbos, Yorubas, and Hausas, and majorly the buyers are the Igbos, and they purchase most of their goods from those Chinese shopping e-commerce websites. I want to create an e-commerce website with a translator for the buyers here in Nigeria and the sellers in Korea, to create room for trust between them, because they will be comfortable making an online transaction with their local dialect. And I know the Korean government scholarship will help me achieve all these goals. So that's my personal statements. Okay, and guys, I want to chip this in for the type A and the type B universities. For instance, in my school now, Hayang University, if you like the city life and you want to study in Seoul, they have two campuses, once in Seoul and once in Hansan City. So like you have to confirm, you have to check, because there'll be like an Excel file they'll send to you once the guidelines is out, so you can see your department and make sure you look at it properly to know where your department is. You can check before then, know if your department is in Seoul that you love or in other cities. So you have to like confirm if your school have two campuses and where your department is. It could not be in Seoul, it could be in another city. So make sure you check to confirm. Okay guys, and there's one important factor you need to know. You need to prepare money for at least 3 months of your stay in Korea, because once you get to Korea, you need to get your ARC card, known as the alien registration. You need to get your ARC, known as the alien registration card. And without that card, you can't open a bank account. Most other schools, they have helped their students to be able to like open a bank account without the ARC. But the only thing is that you have to go and update it once you get your ARC, and you can it's limited. That's the only issue. Then other schools give the students their allowance in cash until when they open their account. But some schools follow protocols, so you have to get an ARC card, and sometimes the ARC card can take a month, 2 months. You have to basically fend for yourself with your own money. And now, I think during my time, because last set wasn't like that. Now some schools might ask you to pay for your dorm fee, because the NID won't cover for your accommodation. So what they did, what other set did, from your allowance that you'll be receiving, your dorm fee will be deducted from it. If you don't want that to happen, you could pay for your dorm fee. But right now, this year, things were different, because some schools wanted the student to pay for the dorm fee ahead of time. So you could pay for so you are paying nothing less than 4 months, 6 months. So make sure you prepare enough cash for your dorm fee. Then once you start receiving your allowance, once you get to Korea, you can now start saving up for your next payment. For my school, I had to pay for 6 months ahead of time. So you have to pay, because I have to pay for 6 months. That's 4 months and 2 months for the holidays. So just make sure you prepare money before coming to Korea for at least 3 months to fend for yourself. And make sure once you apply, make sure you have it in mind. Go to the school website, check the accommodation, see how much you need to prepare, just in case your school might ask you to pay for the accommodation. Because this year, a lot of school ask the student to pay for accommodation. So your school might ask you to pay for accommodation, or they might decide to deduct it from your allowance once they start giving you your allowance. They could take any step. So just make sure you have money for at least 6 months of your dorm fee. Then once you start receiving your allowance, you can start paying for your dorm with your allowance. Okay? And make sure you get money to fend for yourself, because your ARC card will take nothing less than a month to come. And without that card, you can't open a bank account. You might be lucky, your school might help you with that, or your school might decide to give you cash, but not all schools do that. So you have to prepare yourself. So prepare cash once you're coming to Korea for at least 3 months. I don't think it will be more than 3 months, for 3 months. Then also, in case your school might ask for dorm, plan ahead of time. Make sure you check the amount your accommodation costs in your school, and prepare for that amount. So now I'm going to read you my study plan, language plan, and future plan. Okay, this is my language plan. Before coming to South Korea, I registered for King Sejong language class at the Korean Cultural Center, where I was the best graduating student for class 1. Before then, I taught myself Hangul and basic Korean phrases and words using YouTube and apps. I opened a YouTube channel to help others to know about the Korean culture and language. I joined Korean chatting apps like Hello Talk, Kakao Talk, and also Interpals, where I got Korean native speakers to help me with my career. I also created a Telegram group chat to bring different people around the world together to help each other in learning Hangul. I watch Korean dramas and reality shows to help me improve my career. I also learned song lyrics to help improve my career. I registered to be part of the K-Influencer team. Then after coming to Korea, I divided it in sections. I did from August 2023 to January 2024. I said, when I get to South Korea, I plan to improve my Korean by practicing topic past questions, joining language exchange groups at the university, interact with lots of native speakers to know what I'm saying wrong, and obtain topic level 3 by the end of August. So guys, I will tell you one more time. Okay, the classes are quite intense, so if you have no idea about Hangul, if you don't have an idea, it will be difficult. So make sure you learn Hangul, like make sure you learn the alphabet, and also make sure you learn your vocabularies, do a little, so that once you get to Korea, it won't be difficult because the classes are taught in Korea, no English. Okay, so just make sure you put in effort. So now I'm going to talk about January 2024 to August 2024. Let me read. I want to be able to communicate with natives fluently and also to be able to attend my class in Korea. I want to obtain a topic level 5 or 6 and watch Korean reality TV shows and drama without subtitles. And I want to be able to improve my YouTube channel by teaching others the Korean language like a native speaker. Okay, that's it. Okay, and this is my study plan. During my student industrial work experience scheme, SIWES in brackets, training, and while working on my final project at the university, I realized I have an interest in software and solving problems while working on a particular project. I was also interested in assisting others and trying to help them solve their problems while they were working on their final year projects. That is why I want to obtain a master's degree in computer science and engineering. In order to achieve my goal, when the academic year commences, I will take the required mandatory general courses and major courses and even the elective courses and fulfill the credit requirements. I'm trying to obtain a GPA of more than 3.5. I will also spend most of my time studying in the library and also being among study groups. And I will try my best to acquire knowledge from other available sources such as taking lectures seriously and getting help from my professor. With the knowledge I'm going to acquire, I plan to implement them by solving small projects to improve my ability. In order to get better as a master's student, I plan to look into the issues on how to help Nigerians get access to South Korean products, research on how I can create a trustworthy and reliable shopping e-commerce website with a translator, to help buyers and sellers in Nigeria or any other country get access to purchase products from sellers in Korea, and try to find a way to make sure the e-commerce website have a translator in the case of language barrier, and also to help Nigerians who are interested in learning the language, Nigerians who are interested in learning the Korean language in all states have access to a website with native speakers in Korea to help make their learning process easy. I believe as a computer science and engineering master student, I will be able to create more connections with Nigerians and South Koreans because only a good amount of people in Nigeria who are learned know about South Korea. But with the help of the translator, it is an opportunity for those who are not learned to know about South Korea too. Lastly, when I'm awarded with this scholarship, I will be able to solve more complex problems with coding. And I believe with the GKS program, all this can and will become a reality. Okay, guys, I'm going to read my future plan to you. Okay, I want to just check this in before I continue. Before you come to Korea, if you have no idea about the language, make sure you learn Hangul. Make sure you learn a little. Just try, create time, create that little time and learn a little, because the language class will be taught in Korea, not in English, in Korea. Okay, you know, my set were the first set whereby things change, the guidelines changes. Like, for instance, once you've gotten the GKS scholarship, you can do your language here in a different city. For instance, if my college is in Seoul, I could go to Busan, a school in Busan, to do my language program. Then I'll come back to Seoul. But now this year, the rules changed. So now what the rules is that your language year and your major will be in the same university. So your language year will be in the university whereby you're going to take your major. So that's the difference. Your language year will be in the university where you're going to take your major. And guys, the class is quite intense. So make sure you learn Korea before coming. Okay? Okay, for my future plan, after obtaining my master's degree, I would like to pursue my PhD degree to ensure my knowledge in this field. I would also like to work in top companies in Korea like Samsung, LG, Naver, Google, etc. to gain enough work experience and also gain an opportunity to apply my knowledge gotten from the program to contribute to the growth of these companies. With this, I can start earning income to start my professional career in computer science and engineering. After gaining a lot of experience in Korea, I plan to go back to my home country and have my own software company and solve other challenging problems, surveying to gather more information from the citizens in Nigeria and seeing how my software company will be able to tackle this, with the aim of bringing Nigerians and South Koreans closer to build trust and also impacting other citizens with the knowledge I have gained. I know with this opportunity, all this will be a reality. So guys, that's it. Okay, if you have any questions, if I didn't touch on some topics, you could ask me. I could make a video about it and speak about it. So I'll go into part 2 of this video about the interview questions and answers. Okay, so thank you for watching this video, and make sure you like, you subscribe, you comment, and you turn on that post notification bell. Thank you guys, I love you, and don't forget, 사랑해.
I'm a West Coast mafia now, pull me up, you ain't ready for me, homie. I roll them up, we keep rolling on these homies. Clap, clap, you know I'm ready, a super fan. I don't smoke weed, but I smoke niggas.